You're watching Lessons in Leadership, exclusively on CBT News. Here now is Dave Anderson.
Let's talk about how to identify and overcome the 6 temptations of successful organizations. Back in 2003, I wrote a book called Up Your Business, and this was actually a chapter in that book. The book did really well, and I did an expanded version in 2007 and left this chapter in there. It's something that when you're rolling, you need to be aware of. And I want you to think about how you can apply this to yourself personally as well as your team. It's hard to survive success. I mean, very often when we get successful, we see that success becomes a bit of an intoxicant. You can get full of yourself. And intoxicated people don't think or behave very rationally. You can let up in those very disciplines that help make you successful in the first place. Many of you have heard me say, as prosperity rises, urgency falls. It's natural. Your brain is almost wired to pull you back a little bit and keep you safe when you start doing really, really well. And so we have to be able to overcome that, have to spot it in ourselves and in others. So I prefer you to primarily think about yourself and what you're responsible for as I'm going through here, and then how to apply it to others. Let's look in the mirror before we look out the window too much. And in the next 6 clips, I'm going to go over each one of these temptations and let you use it as a conversation piece to talk to your team about. Are we okay on this one, or are we susceptible to it? Have we fallen to it? How do we turn it around? And so the first temptation, let's just get right into it, of successful organizations is that the leaders in successful organizations stop working on themselves. Been there, done that. That's their attitude. Look how well we've done. Look how far we've come. Why do I need to read another book or watch a clip like this or go to another course? We're number one. I set a record. And we start to get what Zig Ziglar calls an intelligence arrogance. He used to call it an intelligence arrogance that becomes a disabling ignorance. And we stop developing the skills and improving the knowledge and improving our habits and tweaking our mindset. And we want to take what we learned once upon a time and stretch it a whole career. And eventually we start to get outgrown. And if you don't grow, eventually you go. So we have to remember growth is not automatic. You know, just because you show doesn't mean you grow. Life is not just going to come along and interrupt you and improve you. You have to be more intentional. Intentional means on purpose. This is why I recommend growth objectives. I talk about these a lot in my seminars. Having quarterly growth objectives for you and every leader on your team. Here's the skill I'm really working to develop over the next quarter. It could be interviewing. It could be holding people accountable. It could be getting better at holding meetings. Here's the book I'm going to read, the podcast I'm listening to, the course I'm going to take to really resource that objective. That's being intentional. And so we've got to understand that no matter how long you've been in the business, again, showing up doesn't mean you're going up. All right. A lot of people, they stopped learning something 30 years ago. They've been in the business 31. And so get intentional. Look for areas where you or your management team have stopped working on you. Now, you're probably working hard on your job or you wouldn't be there. That's not what I'm talking about. We just stopped working on ourselves. And to your credit, if this is you, I don't believe anybody ever wakes up one morning and says, you know what, I'm good enough as I am. No more books for me. I'm through with seminars. I'm going to take what I learned way back when and just run with it. I don't think that happens. I think we just get so busy doing, we stop learning. So let's not do that. Because if you want to grow people, you've got to keep growing. You can't take them on journeys you haven't been on, and you can't export to them what you don't have. So the stakes are too high for you to get lazy in your learning. Where do you need to take up working on yourself? Skill, habit, attitude, mindset, character development. A lot of ways to improve. Identify it, face it, fix it, acknowledge it, change it, get after it. And we'll talk next time about temptation number 2.
You can see the entire series of Dave Anderson's Lessons in Leadership right here at cbtnews.com. And be sure to check out Dave's book, Elevate Your Excellence, available on Amazon or at LearnToLead.com. Thanks for watching.